the backup sessions, guys. If you really feel that there is, actually, I can give you recorded sessions actually. So I can take some kind of a backup sessions. I can take it actually, backup sessions actually, guys. Okay. So don't worry about the completed classes, what has been already done. It's only basics and only some part of introduction only we have been got started. So in first week, only thing is like what is data science, like what is machine learning, what we can do it in machine learning. It's only just an introduction part. Actually, actual discussions will be there and actual explanations will be there whenever we start with our regular classes of machine learning. So that you can just go through the recorded videos and you can go through them. And coming to the Python also, guys, we are still in the basic concepts only. So don't worry, within just 2 or 3 classes, hardly whatever the basics I have been got discussed is hardly 3-4 days concepts only, guys, not more than that. So what is my suggestion for the guys who has been joined for the today's classes? Again, I cannot start from the introduction part in the today's class because I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan. I will arrange the backup sessions, guys. So whatever the classes you have been got missed, I'm going to discuss as part of that particular backup session, guys. Okay. I'll plan it. I am going to plan those particular sessions and my team will intimate you about those particular sessions. Maybe by the end of the week or maybe some Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Even I'll take a Sunday session and I'll take some kind of a backups and I'm going to make you understand whatever the missing classes are there. So we have not yet started with any machine learning concept. We didn't started anything about data science classes actually, guys. Actual classes, we have been not started about that. So don't worry about the classes. I just started with some introduction part of the data science and we have started with the 1 week of Python classes only we have been got discussed. Yeah, I'll add them. We'll know everybody's going to know about that. We'll have all that information. I'm going to do that actually, guys. Okay, fine. So don't worry about that. No. It's no worries. Don't worry about this, guys. My backend team will have all your details and they will take care about that. Okay, I'll add up everything in the backup session who has been, everything will share it with you. Okay, fine, guys. Fine. So we expected actually, guys, actually initially only we have some around 30 registrations are there, but very few guys are start joined for the last class. And basically this session 9:30 to 10:30, we have been planned targeted audience are going to be employees because so many people are asking for the late night batches. We have been scheduled this actually, guys. Maybe I don't know what is the reason. It may be a short intimation or something like that. Very few guys has been joined and we expected that more people will be joining as part of the registration, but I can see, but today we have a good number actually, guys. So 20 people, I think 20 participants are there now, including me and my backend team. It is 17 candidates will be there. Sufficient, guys. 20, 21, 22, 25 people will be there. So don't worry about the data science classes, guys, because everybody is having an interest like we don't want to study with the Python. So what we are going to learn as part of the data science? What are the techniques? What are the technologies we are going to learn? I'll arrange a backup session, guys. Don't worry. Just give me 1 or 2 days of time. I'll take a backup session. So today, don't worry. Even if you are not familiar with the concepts, whatever I'm talking today, don't worry about that. Just go through the class. It is only just like a why basically the demonstration is required, guys. Like to know what is our plan, like what is our schedules, like how we are planning the schedules or how my lectures are there. Is I'm teaching in a proper way or not? So how is my explanations? Can you catch up my accent or not? So to get some idea about that, we'll attend the demo classes, right? So after that, you will plan it, whether you want to join my class or some other X batch or Y batch you want to join it actually. So I cannot directly start with the today's. I don't have any plan for that actually. Let us happen today and tomorrow. We'll just plan for the as usually with the Python classes, guys. Maybe today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow, as of my plan, if the same numbers are there, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll cover them. And I'll break the batch. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'll take the backup sessions. I'll cover all the things actually, guys. Okay. And being it is already a late night batch, I cannot extend the batch more and more. That is one of the reason. But we'll try to just make up the backup sessions so that everybody will be on the same page. But today, everybody is not on the same page. Some of them are in advanced level. Some of them are going to be in the beginning levels actually. If you're already having the concepts of Python, guys, you can handle that. We can just understand the concept, what I'm talking about. Okay. So guys, don't worry who has been joined for the today's class. So please give me just 1 or 2 days of time because the batch was already started. You may be having a little bit lagging is there for you. So don't worry, I'll take up the backup sessions and cover all that particular, whatever the missing topics are there, guys. Okay. I'll give you 5-10 minutes time. I'll give you guys at the end of the class so that we can have some discussions. We'll have a discussions, guys. Okay. Right, guys. Hope all of you understood what I have been explained, guys. Fine, guys. So you can use a chat panel, guys. Try to answer it. Just try to make it interactive. Just answer it as yes or no so that I can know like what you are feeling regarding my discussions actually. Okay, so shall I continue, guys? Shall I continue with the regular class, guys? Right. I'll continue with the regular class, guys. Maybe some of you will already have an ideas about that. If you're already having a Python, you don't find any difficulties. Okay, fine. So guys, we have been started with, currently our discussion is on a Python concept, which is going to be in Python. We have something called as sequences actually, guys. Normally, if you have an idea about a programming languages, so it's not a Python class actually, guys. We are learning Python for implementation of the data science concepts. So some little bit core Python is required, guys. 2 weeks Python is going to be required. The 2 weeks Python is only what I'm trying to discuss it here actually, guys. Okay. So in Python, we have some concept called as sequences actually, guys. Some kind of a data structures, which are basically to store multiple values actually. Like we have something called as a list. We are having something like a tuples. We have a set objects, and we are having something called as a dictionary objects actually, guys. These are the 4 basic data structures which we use it in Python. Currently, we have started with the list concept actually, guys. What is a list actually? A list is going to be nothing but it is a collection of some, which is going to be some kind of an heterogeneous elements actually. It is not just a single value actually, guys. It can store multiple elements. Those elements can be, it can be of a different data types, heterogeneous. How do you create a list actually, guys? List is created just by enclosing within a square brackets. Like in other languages, you need not to write something like list, integer, float, okay, string. We need not to write it actually, guys. Simply, we are going to put some kind of a square brackets actually. Yeah, I'll discussing it actually. It's nice. Just I'm giving some idea about what has been happened actually. So list is going to be nothing but a collection of some heterogeneous elements what we are going to be having actually, guys. An integer, and we have a float, we can have a string, we can have a bool, etc. We can have it actually, guys. So this is how do you create a list. To manage this list actually, to manage the list, what is meaning of managing of list actually, guys? We can add some elements, we can remove the elements, we can modify the elements. So we have to require some kind of a methods that are required actually, guys. So very simple, guys. I have discussed only 4 methods as of now. I discussed only 4 methods actually, guys. So if you are already having an idea about object oriented, guys, well and good. Who has already having the idea about object oriented? Even if you do not have any idea, just understand them. I'm going to discuss about those particular applications later actually, guys. So I have been discussed about what is a method actually, guys. Method is nothing but just a function which is used to do some management or a manipulation with that list actually, guys. So for example, if X is a nothing but a list, so this is going to be nothing but a list actually, guys. I'm going to use a method associated with the list actually, which is going to be nothing but I can say X dot clear actually, guys. What is this clear is going to do? It is going to clear all the elements from the list actually, guys. There are going to be clearing all the elements from the list. Total. The total list is going to be gets cleared actually, guys. That is nothing but what we call it as a clear method. And apart from that, I have been discussed about a method called as a count. You have to give some input value. Whatever the value we have been given, it will gives you the count, the occurrence. How many times that particular value has been got occurrence actually, guys. The occurrence of the value in the list. So at least I'll expect, guys, like who has been joining for the data science, at least they will have some basic knowledge of programming concept. So at least I expect that at least we have some minimal knowledge of programming so that if it's a person who is completely without having any knowledge of computers, they don't prefer to learn a data science actually, because data science is completely a little bit higher level concepts actually. Same as it is, I have been told about a method called as a pop method actually, guys. Pop is going to be nothing but what it is going to do is it is going to remove the element at the given index. Normally, like other languages, index starts from 0 to n, from the left to right. Don't worry, guys. It is also from right to left also. We can talk about them. Don't worry about that. Right to left index also we can define it actually, guys. It is indexed base. It is going to remove the element actually, guys. It removes the element at the given index actually. At the given index, it is going to removes the element actually, guys. And then we have been got discussed about x dot remove. I'll just show you once quickly. I'll show you guys. After that, you can understand the things. It is going to be value based. Removes the given value actually, guys. Given value from that particular list. If the value is available from the multiple, it's going to be available for multiple times. Only the first occurrence will be removed actually, guys. For example, if I have x is equivalent to, we have 20, we have a 10, we have a 20, again a 10, again a 20, again a 10, some 30, 40, we have it actually. If I said remove 10, only this 10 will be removed, but not all the 10s. Only the first occurrence will be removed actually, guys. We are completely in the beginning concepts only, guys. I didn't started with any complicated work actually. We didn't started with any main work also. Okay. So this is a very simple installation, guys. Installation of Python is not a complicated one. So this is going to be a simple installation of Python installation. I'll show you later the backup sessions. I'll arrange the backup sessions and I will explain it actually, guys. I'll arrange the backup session, guys, as soon as possible. Don't worry about that. Okay, so fine. So this is going to be what I'm going to call it as an ideal actually, guys. I'll tell you about more about the ideal, which comes along with the Python installation only. Which I have done the Python installation. Along with the Python installation only, I have got this particular ideal actually, guys. You can see a prompt like this actually, guys. We can see a prompt like this actually, guys. See, guys, how I'm creating. X is equivalent to nothing but 10, which is a true. I said which is an hello, and which is going to be something like an 20.45 actually, guys. It's a list actually, guys. I'll tell you all the things, guys. Don't worry. Just it's very simple topics only, guys. I didn't started with any complicated topics actually. So in other programming languages, we don't require any declaration part in Python because Python is a dynamically typed language, guys. Like other programming languages, you don't declare. In other languages, we'll declare it, no, guys. Like which is going to be something like an it's an integer, it's a float, it is going to be a bool. We'll do it, no, guys. In Python, we don't do it actually, guys. I'll tell you, guys. It's one of the feature of Python, which is going to be what we are going to call it as an. It's a Python is going to be a dynamically typed language actually, guys. Python is a dynamically typed language, which is going to be nothing but no declaration is required. No declaration is required actually, guys. Like other languages, even I can work with integers, I can work with strings, I can work with bools, I can work with actually, guys. X is equal to, I said hello. X is equivalent to hello actually, guys. If I said what is going to be type of the A, type is the function, which will tell you like what type of data type it is going to be there. Got the point, guys. So here you can also ask what is the length also. If I say length of the A, it will tell you like how many characters are there. Hello is a collection of characters. String is a collection of characters. Length of X, we can say it actually, guys. It is 4. So if I want, I can print the value of X actually, guys. Don't expect that like a programming language, we do it actually, guys. Not like a programming language. So don't expect like C, C++, Java. We are going to write a .c file, save the file, main method, compile the program, save the file, run the program. We don't do it actually, guys. Simply it is going to be X and print X actually over. You can see it actually, guys. So if you want to remove the elements, let me count it actually, guys. How many times 10 was there? You can see the count actually, guys. It was there for 1 time. X dot count of 100, it is going to be there for 0 times. These are methods actually, guys. These are what we call it as methods. So the guys who are already having the idea about object oriented, they may know about this. Even if you do not have the idea, don't worry, guys. I'll explain. I'll take a backup session. So I'll complete of that. X dot count of 100 actually, guys. 100 is not there. So we can see the 0 value. I want to remove the elements actually, guys. X dot pop. Pop is basically based on the index based removing actually, guys. Index based means which one? 0, 1, 2, 3. Like this, we can specify that. 0, 1, 2, 3. Even we can write in reverse order actually, guys. This is -1, -2, -3, -4. It is from left to right to left index is there. If I said X dot pop of 2 actually, guys, the second element will be removed. Second index 0, 1, 2. Hello will be removed actually, guys. It will tell you like what value has been removed also, it is going to tell you. Don't think that it is only returning the data actually, guys. That particular 22, the element at 2 has been removed and written the value actually. So now if you can see X, you don't see the hello actually, guys. Previously, the length of the X is going to be 4. But now I can say length of the X is equal to 3 actually, guys. Why? Because you can see one element has been got removed. So pop is basically on the index. If I don't specify which value we have to remove, it automatically removes the last element actually, guys. It automatically removes the last element. X dot pop. It removes the last element actually. That is going to be what we are talking about, the pop method. Once again, I'll create it. 10, 20, 10, which is 30, 20, again at 10, 20, again at 20, 30, whatever you want, we can give it actually. No worries. Now we can say X dot, which is going to be remove. Remove is not based on the index, guys. It is completely based on the value. If I say remove of 1, you will get an error actually. Why? Because 1 was not in the list. Index pop will can do that actually, but remove can't do that because remove is value based actually, guys. X dot, I said remove of, which is going to be 10. Only the first occurrence of the value will be removed. It won't remove all the 10s. 1, 2, 3 10s are there. So out of the 3 10s, 1 10 has been got removed. Now, if you want, we can count it actually, guys. X dot count of 10. We can see the result is going to be 2 is the result, what we can see it actually. Okay. So something like that, we can see that. So these are the 4 methods I have been got discussed. Actually, on Saturday, very few guys has been joined. Only 3 people has been joined. And what I thought is it may be an important class. So I didn't take in the class on the Saturday. I canceled the session. But for next week, I don't do it actually, guys. Actually, some of the guys said that, sir, let us give the recording session for them. But I have been excused actually because it's an introduction classes, no? Beginning classes, if you miss the classes, you may not understand the topic. That's why this week I have been given the excuse, guys. From next week, even if the number of attendance is going to be very low, also we'll take up the class, and those recordings we can take it and we can understand the recordings actually. So on Saturday we didn't take in the class due to some less participations are there. So today we'll continue with the same class actually, guys. So totally how many methods we have been got discussed, guys? We have been learned about 4 methods. One is going to be nothing but I discussed about a clear. The second one is going to be nothing but we discussed about a count, and we discussed about a pop method, and we have been discussed about a remove method actually. Clear, pop, and remove, almost all the 3 are using for the same purpose actually. We are used for removing the element from the list. Clear will remove all the elements. Pop is going to remove at the given index. Pop will remove the element from the given index. Remove is going to be removes the first occurrence of the given value. Count is not doing any removing or adding. It is going to be completely only for counting actually, guys. So today I'll tell you about another 3 more methods. Actually, totally 11 methods are there actually, guys. List is associated with 11 methods, as I told you, except copy. Copy I'm not going to discuss now. Copy is a method. You need not to, I told you, nothing to hide from you guys. I can't hide anything from you guys. Because you can see it actually, guys. Can you see X dot? When I said X dot, automatically all of them will pop up actually, guys. All of them will automatically pop ups. I don't do anything actually, guys. If you want, I can zoom in. I can show you actually, guys. So there is an append method is there. Actually, I discussed only clear. Copy, I said that I don't discuss it now. I'm not going to discuss it now. Count, I have been got discussed. Pop, remove, I have been got discussed actually, guys. Totally, there are 11 methods are there. There is a one more is there actually, guys. Sort is there at the bottom. We have to scroll it down. We have to scroll it down. You can see a sort at the bottom. Totally, if you count it, guys, 11 methods will be there actually. I don't discuss the copy because copy cannot understand now itself. So remaining out of that particular remaining 10, we already covered 4. Still, we have a 6 methods are there. Slowly I'll discuss it, guys. Now I'm going to discuss about another 3 more methods actually, guys. One is going to be append. The other one is going to be a method called as an extend, and one more is going to be what we call it as insert, guys. Totally there are 3 methods are there. They are a little bit similar. That means they are not exactly the same, guys. They are little bit same concept. The same concept will be there. Basically these 3 methods are basically to add the elements actually, guys. Clear, pop and remove, what they will do, guys? They will remove the elements. They are going to remove the elements actually, guys. Whereas this append, extend and insert, basically they are used to remove the elements actually, guys. They are going to be basically used to remove the append, extend and insert. Basically they are used to add the elements actually, guys. They are basically used to add the elements. So all the 3 will do the same thing, but it's a slightly difference it is going to do actually, guys. So guys who has been joined for the today's class, hope you can able to follow it actually. Even you have not joined from the beginning, they are very simple. I created a list. Now what I did is I removed the element from the list. Now I'm going to be discussing about how to add the elements to the list actually, guys. The names are very easy. Append, extend, insert. Almost all the 3 are telling the same thing. Append, you can append the elements. Extend, we are extending you are extending the list actually, guys, by adding some elements actually. And we are inserting the elements actually. Then what is the difference between all these 3 actually, guys? Let me explain you. Append is going to be, because we are still in the beginning, guys, some of the points may not be gets connected to you. It will take some time. Slowly, step by step, I'll explain it actually, guys. Slowly, step by step, I'll explain it. Not at the same time, we cannot understand it actually, guys. Okay, simple to understand. Append is going to be nothing but easy to understand it actually, guys. Append is going to be takes an input as an element. What is that append will do actually, guys? Just it is going to append the element. It is going to append the element to the end of the list actually, guys. To the end of the list actually. It is going to be appends that particular element to the end of the list. If list is already having 5 elements, the new element will be appended only at the 6th. You know, already know what is append mode actually, guys. You cannot add wherever you want to add it. We cannot add wherever you want to add it actually, guys. It will be added only at the end of the existing elements only. It will be added. And one more important thing I told you, guys. Most of the methods won't return anything. Like for example, talk about a clear method, guys. When you said clear, it won't return any output. Whether it is cleared, whether it is not cleared, it won't return anything to you. If you want to verify whether it is cleared or not, we have to go to the list and we have to verify that. Then only we'll come to know that, okay, these elements has been got cleared from the list. Count is going to return an element actually, guys. Count is going to return an element to you. Yeah, I'll explain it then. Okay, fine. I'll explain it. So the pop and remove is going to be nothing but, if you don't mind, who is that participant name? Right, Mrudula, right? Just give me a second. Yes, I think Mrudula, right? Yeah, Mrudula, do you have the idea about the basics of Python? Do you know about the list? You have the list. Okay. So do you know the indexes? So see, simple example. It is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So you know the indexes, no? This is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the indexes actually. Okay. Pop is a method which is basically used to remove the element based on the index. So if I say pop 2, it will remove this 30 and it is going to return. So it will return 30 as an output to you. It's not giving the element, guys. It is removing and returning the values. So 30 will be popped out. It will be sent out. So pop is basically used to remove based on the index. Remove is nothing but, I cannot say remove is completely based on the value. If I say remove 2, it won't remove actually, guys. Remove 40, then 40 is going to be removed from that particular list actually. Indexed based and value based. Yes, it's a base. Remove is based on the value based. It's a value based. Whatever the value we have been given, the value will be removed. So your question is like, if 40 is there for multiple times, then what will happen actually? Only the first occurrence of 40 will be removed, but not all the 40s. Got it? Right? Fine. Okay. Thank you. Fine. Thank you, guys. So that is about the pop and the remove method. Okay. Appends the element to the end of the list. And coming to the returning value, count will return some value to you guys. I'll conclude all the topics, guys. I'll conclude all the topics actually. Count will return. Pop also returns actually, guys. Pop also will return you the value. Which value it has been got removed, it will return it actually, guys. But clear and remove won't return anything to you. Not only the clear and remove, guys, even append also won't return anything, guys. No return. Extend won't return. Insert won't return. Sort won't return. None of the, most of the methods, they don't return anything, guys. If you want to really know whether that action has been taken place or not, you ask it for appending. You ask it to append some element. So the element is appended, but it won't tell you any information. I appended, I didn't appended, it's an error, nothing it is going to tell you. If there is any problem, it will tell you that there is a problem is there. But in the case, if there is no problem, it simply sits silently, guys. The method will sit silently. They don't intimate anything to you. So I have been done, I didn't done anything. It won't tell you anything. If you want to really check out whether that action was done or not, you have to go to the list and we have to verify it actually. Yes, this is appended. This is not appended. Something like this actually, guys. So very simple technique actually, guys. Take some list actually, guys. I said X is equivalent to nothing but I said some elements. So easy to understand. I'm taking a sequence of elements, guys. Apart from that, nothing is there. So what is the length of the X? What is the type of the X? Length is 5 and type is going to be X, which is going to be class list, which is going to be nothing but it's a class list actually, guys. Now I'm appending actually, guys. X dot append. Everything is documented actually, guys. Everything is documented. See, guys, it is automatically showing you like which is going to be object. Append the object to the end of the list. If I said 60 actually, guys, it is automatically appended the 60. But see, don't expect that, sir, we'll get the string as the list as an output with that particular appended 60. No, it won't give any output, guys. If you see the output, you can see the result actually. Then only you can see the result actually, guys. It won't return anything. Whether I appended, I didn't appended, nothing it will tell you. In some situations, we don't know whether it is done or not done. So we have to verify it. Really, it has been got done or not. See the difference. But type won't changes actually, guys. Type of the X is going to be still a list only. What is the length also is going to be nothing but it is going to be 6. Very clear, guys. Earlier it was 5 and now it is going to be nothing but it is going to be 6 actually, guys. That is what we can see as of this particular difference. We can find it. Got the point, guys? So it will always append only at the end of the list. You cannot append wherever you want to append it actually, guys. Sir, I want to append it to the first index, or if I want to append at the second index, that is not possible. That is not possible actually, as by using append method. If you want to do that, we have another technique is there. Again, I'm going to do the same thing actually, guys. Let us say which is going to be X dot append of, I said 70 actually, where it is appended. Don't think that it will append always alphabetically, guys. No alphabetical order it will append actually. Or it is not only in ascending order only. So like 0 is going to be appended at the beginning, 80 is appended at the last. It won't do like this actually, guys. Whether the data is sequential or random does not matter. Append is always going to append the element only at the end of the existing list, not at the beginning or not at the middle of the list actually, guys. Can you see? 0 has been appended at the last actually. The length has been increased. I think now it has been became 8. Length of the X has been became 8 actually, guys, because we added 2 elements after the 70. So 70 is appended and then 0 is appended. 2 elements we added now after 60. So it has been became 8 elements total. It has been became. If so, you can add up the elements, you can remove the elements, whatever you want, guys, you can do it actually. Okay. Now, so next let me explain about this particular method called as an insert method. So maybe you understood that append method actually, guys, but some methods may be a little bit confusion. for the guys who has been joined for the today's class, because you may not be having about any idea about indexes. But nowadays, guys, everybody is learning Python. Everyone is having a little bit core concepts of Python. May not be having a complete knowledge about the Python, but nowadays I can expect that whoever is learning, whether they're learning Java, .NET, etc., first of all, they're learning Python actually, guys. So I don't think so. You guys may be having some difficulty in learning Python actually, but you can, so maybe some guys may not have the complete idea about that, but still they can understand this particular concepts actually. So now I have a method called as an insert method is there actually, guys. I'm explaining insert method, not the extend method. Let me explain with the insert method. What is the insert method will do actually, guys? Insert and append is the same only. But only the thing is, insert is a method which allows you to add the element wherever you want. That means it will take two arguments actually, guys. One is going to be the index it will take, and it is going to be adds the element actually. What is the difference between append and insert actually, guys? Append will append only at the end. Insert is going to be at the given index actually, guys, at the given index. So what is insert is going to do actually, guys? Insert is going to insert the element which is going to be at the given index. At the given index actually, guys. For example, we have already have, for example, x is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, for example. Now I said, let us say x equals to, guys. If I said x dot, I said insert. For example, if I say 2, 60 actually, guys. One important thing actually, guys, 2, 60 means it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now don't think that the 20 will be replaced by 60 actually, guys. It's not replacing. Here before this 2 index, that means at the second index, it is going to be inserting 60 actually, guys. You are not replacing. Then what happens? We know that actually, guys, if this becomes 2, this becomes 3, this becomes 4, this becomes 5 actually. So wherever you want to add, we can add it actually, guys. We are not replacing. You are not replacing the second index with 60 actually, guys. Before the second index, you are adding 60. That means the previous second index will become third index. Before third index is going to become the fourth index. And before the fourth index, whatever the earlier fourth index is there, now it will become the fifth index actually, guys. That is what we are going to call it as. This technique, what we are going to call it as in the insert method actually. Once again, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Length of the x, which we can see 5 actually, guys. I said x dot, which is going to be insert of something like, can you see, guys? Everything is going to be given the help actually, guys. Insert the object before the index. If I said 2, which is going to be nothing but it is 60. That means before the second index, it will insert the 60 actually. Who is the second index? We know this actually, guys. 10, 20, 30. 30 is the second index. So before the 30, the 60 is going to be appended actually, guys. Again, this is also nothing but it's a lazy fellow. So it's a lazy fellow actually, guys. It won't tell you anything what has been happened. If you want to see, you say X. You can see the data like this, guys. 10, 20. It's didn't replace the 30 actually, guys. 30, 40, 50 is there as usually. Before the 30, it has been added the 60. If I say what is the length of the X, now you can see that it has been became, which is going to be nothing but 6 actually. Anywhere, guys, anywhere you can append actually, guys. X dot insert of, which is going to be nothing but 0, which is going to be 70. Before the 0 index, it will be appended actually. So insert will allows you to append the element wherever you want to append. Extend the insert is the append is a method which allows you to append at the end of the positions, end of the existing list. Insert will allows you to append or insert the given element at the whatever the index you require it actually, guys. That is the difference between the insert and the extend method, what we have to understand it. That's it actually, guys. Slowly, guys, slowly if you do the practice, guys, you can understand the techniques actually. Very simple concepts. Python is not a complicated work to understand. It's a very simple actions, a simple concepts only, which we can work in a easiest way we can understand it actually. Very easiest way we can understand it actually, guys. Really, we don't require to work more about this particular concepts actually, guys. A very simple techniques which very slowly you have to understand it, guys. Slowly, if you start working with them, that's why in initial classes also, I don't take too much time actually, guys. Hardly 45 minutes, 50 minutes, maximum 1 hour will take the session actually. Because all these are going to be some kind of a beginning topics actually, guys. They are going to be a kind of a beginning topics actually. That is the reason why generally what we are going to do is, which is going to be a very simple applications only, we are going to be gets working with them. Okay. So that is an ideas of how we are going to be gets working with the insert method. Now there is a something called as an extend method is there actually, guys. A little bit complicated to understand. Little bit complicated means I can explain in a different way, but the concept is slightly different actually, guys. The concept is going to be slightly different actually, but try to understand in a easy way. Later I'll connect the things actually. Later I'll connect the things actually, guys. In an easy way to understand, observe the trick actually, guys. For example, easy to understand. Let me take 10, 20, 30, 40 actually, guys. You can see what is X actually. I'll connect the things actually, guys. X dot append of, I said, which is going to be 50, 60 actually, guys. Observe carefully, guys. I'm not appending a single element. I'm appending 50, 60 actually, guys. When I'm appending a 50, 60, so you may expect that, sir, I'm adding two elements actually. So 50 is one element, 60 is one element. No, guys. 50 and 60, both of them has been appended as a one element only. It is going to be appended as a one element actually, guys. Sorry, guys. It may be X dot append of, yeah. X dot append of, I said, which is 50, 60 actually. Let me append it actually, guys. Once if you see the X, previously X is containing only 4 elements, guys. Now I added 2 elements actually, but 2 elements has been not added individually, guys. 50, 60 is combined added as a one element only. So if you see what is the length of the X, it won't show you 6 actually, guys. It will show you as a 5. How it is possible? This is how it has been appended actually, guys. This is how it has been got appended. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Sir, you said that list is a collection of only values. No, list is not a only collection of values. I'll tell you guys, collection of objects. List is actually collection of objects actually, guys. So the guys who has been already joined earlier, you got a little bit idea about object. But some guys who has been joined today, they may not have the idea. You may not have the idea about objects, but don't worry. But keep in mind, like whenever we are appending a list of values like that, they will not be added as individual values, guys. They will be added again as a list. Actually, this is nothing but a list of list actually, guys. A list inside a list. This is list actually, guys. If I, for example, if I said X of -1, you are not going to get the last element actually as 60. You will get the result as 50, 60 actually, guys. That means you are totally getting like a list only. We are going to be getting the output. That is X of -1. That is nothing but X of -1. Don't worry, guys. I'll share you those particular details and all these things. So once again, I'm showing you guys X dot. If I said pop, the last element will be removed. Last element means not 60, guys. 50, 60 is going to be one element actually. Now see the difference, guys. When I said X dot extend actually, guys, why you don't understand this concept? Because it is see the difference clearly, guys. When I said insert and append, whenever I said append, the input is an object. Whenever I said X dot insert, that also is going to be nothing but it is an object. But whenever I said it is an extend, it is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as iterables. What is iterable? For the timing, leave it, guys. I'll again come back and explain. I told you no. I'll connect all the things one after the another. Will connect the things because all at a time you cannot understand it actually, guys. That is going to be what I call it as an X dot extend actually. It is an X dot extend actually, guys. Forget about the iterable, but one thing you can find in, guys. Extend the list by appending the elements from the iterable. That means the difference between extend and an append method is if you append a list like this, total list is appending to the X actually. But whenever I said extend, it is not going to be appended as an, it is not going to be adding this as an object. What it will do is it will append the individual elements actually, guys. That means 50 separate, 60 separate actually. Same thing, I'll do it actually, guys. 50 comma 60, I'm appending actually, guys. Now what you can find it off actually, guys. It won't append the 50 and 60 as a single element like this actually, guys. 50 separate and 60 separately, it will append it. You can find what is the length of the x. Previously, the length of the x is 4, guys. But now the length of the x is not 5. It is going to be nothing but it is going to become 6 is the result what it is going to becomes actually. Because it is not adding the total elements actually, guys. It's not adding the total elements as a single object. Each object has been appended individually, which is 50 comma 60 actually. So that is the difference between the extend, insert and append actually, guys. Right now you don't know what is iterable, but in our coming classes I'll explain like what is meaning of an iterable. Then again I'll come back and I'll explain this particular concept, guys. So you can see it, guys. We are extending the list by appending not the elements to the list. It is element from the iterable to the list actually. So whenever we appended a list of elements, it is appending as a list only in insert method and in the append method. But in the extend method, even if I give a list of values also, they're appending as an individual values rather than a single object actually, guys. So totally we have been got discussed about and another 3 more methods. So totally we covered about 7 methods actually, guys, apart from copy. Apart from copy, it is going to be 7 methods actually, guys, right? Clear, count, pop, remove. Clear and count, pop and remove are basically used for removing the elements. Append, extend and insert are going to be used for appending the elements. Count is only for counting the elements actually, guys. So 7 plus count is anyhow, it is going to be 8. There are another 3 more methods actually, guys. Very simple methods. One is an index is there. The other one is going to be sort is there. And there is going to be reverse is there actually, guys. Only 3 methods are there. So tomorrow we'll discuss about that. And then I'll start with the next object called as an tuple. Okay. Tuple is very easy, guys. To understand the tuple and list, same like a list only, tuple will be existing. So after that, I'll plan actually, guys. Don't worry because some new people has been joined and we don't know whether they really join the sessions or not. So I'll see for a couple of classes. If more number of new people has been joined, I'll arrange a backup session, guys. Okay. So depending on the number of participants, I'll decide it. I'll decide it in a couple of days. So guys who has been joined for the today's class, don't worry about the backup classes. We'll give you the recordings or I'll take a backup session if it is required. Everything I will put everybody on the same page and then we'll start with the regular classes, guys. Okay. So that's it. That's it for the today's class, guys. Guys, anyhow, some people has been joined for the today's class now. If you have any questions, I can spend the time, guys. 15-20 minutes I can spend it, no problem. If you have any questions, guys, either you can unmute yourself and you can speak, or you can have a chat panel. You can see that you can type in the chat panel. Yes, Uday. Yes.
Like it's not related to this. Like we are working on a project, sir.
Okay.
In which my ma'am explained me that like she had written a code for some AI/ML project, sir.
Okay.
Is there. What difficulty we are facing is we are unable to upload it into the client's systems. Or like it is basically a US and UK based company.
Okay.
Yeah, it's working perfectly in our systems, but we are unable to connect to the client. We even tried like by using VPN, sir.
Okay.
We are unable. Like where might be the issue?
I understand until I can't see the code and all these things. I can't say it. No, like what libraries you are using, what type of VPN connections you are using, where you are trying to shift that particular data. So if you have any problem, you can just connect one-to-one session, one-on-one. We can connect it, and then I can, if you have any option to show your code or you can explain that, then I can go for. Then I can explain you like what could be the problem actually.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So you have my number, right?
No, sir.
No, I'll ping you my number. Just if you have any questions personally, you can just ping it to my number. I'll ping you my number.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Yes, his name is Uday, no? I think 2 Udays are there actually. What is his name? Uday, right. Okay. I'll do it.
Thank you.
Fine. Yep. Right, guys. Anyone, guys, if you have any questions? Yep. Yeah, I can. Okay, I'm sharing with all of you guys. You can just take on my number. So this is my number actually, guys. 800807777. It's my number. Yep. So if you have any questions, guys, you can just feel free to discuss with me now, or you can call me. You can message me on the WhatsApp or Telegram. We have both Telegrams and WhatsApps are there, or you can call me and you can discuss with me. Anyone, guys, any questions? Yeah.
Can you share the Telegram link that you were saying? We have
No.
not opened a Telegram link.
Telegram group was not yet created right now.
Okay.
Telegram group was not yet created. We'll create it in just couple of days. We'll create that. Everything is ready. Just only thing is we have to share because new guys has been joined for today. So we want to just make it within 1 or 2 sessions. We'll just close up the sessions and then we'll start up sharing that particular all the things actually.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Yes, guys. Anyone who has been joined for the today's class, if you have any questions.
Yeah, hi Vamsi.
Yes,
This is Manohar here.
Yeah, I'm Manohar. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one question. Like
Yes,
at
yes.
the end of this course, we're going to get any kind of practical kind of use
Yes.
cases.
Yes, see, it's not only at the end of the course. Your data science itself is going to be like an it's a kind of an practical implementation only. It's not like a theoretical concepts. So every example will do with some kind of a real data sets only we are going to do with that. So every example, every algorithm is going to be a kind of an use case only. So it's not like we don't work with something like a small data sets. We don't work because all our data analytics and all the data science requires a real data sets we require. I can say that every example we'll see is going to be a use case actually. Like I can just show you some data sets which we are going to work with them. See, all these are the data sets which we are going to work with them. It's not like a dummy data. That means we are not creating the data. I am not creating this data manually. It's a real data sets actually. So this is not a real data set maybe, but you can see some kind of a data that is going to be something, but you can see some kind of a real data sets. We can work with them actually. These are all stock prices of the various companies from different dates. You can see that particular data actually. So every example we'll see is going to be use case. I think you're asking about something like a project. Do you mean to say that at the end of the course we want to have a project? Or are talking about use cases?
Use case, yeah.
Use cases. Every example is a use case. Every algorithm is a use case. Only we do it actually.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Right. Yes. We'll get a course completion certificate, Roy. From Durgasoft, you will be getting a course completion certificate. But one suggestion I can give you is, I was only a consultant trainer, no? So just you get some confirmation from Durgasoft people also. But even earlier also, so many people asked me the same question. But Durgasoft, as part of the basic information from Durgasoft guys, they will be giving some kind of a course completion certificate. But please confirm it one more side from my backend team also. Okay.
And if we go with this, the training data science,
yes.
Are we able to get through, the certifications?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. We can do it actually, because see, whatever the course curriculum which I am going to follow is almost all in parallel with the Microsoft recommendation, or it's going to be some kind of an the certification oriented program only. And even myself, I was certified from IIIT Hyderabad. So like whatever the course curriculum they design, whatever the course curriculum with parallel to the Microsoft or any like any other certification program like AWS or Amazon, we have it actually, guys. We have from different certifications. So in parallel with those programs only, my course curriculum is also going to be gets designed. So if you want the two things, either you can for an interview perspective or a job oriented like an interview perspective, as well as even if you want to clear anything like an which is going to be certification programs, you can also clear that particular certification programs.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Right, guys. Any more, guys? Okay. So we'll do one thing, guys. Thanks for attending the session for today. It's a little bit late night class. So everybody is going to be get tired after your work and all these things, but spare some time, guys, and spend some time. Just not only attending the trainings, just we have to go through all the practice and all these things. We have to do that. So guys, I'll see you tomorrow, same time at 9:30 p.m. Please join by 9:30. I'll start at 9:30, 9:35. I'll start the session. I'll see you tomorrow. Please attend 3 to 4 classes actually, guys. Then I can take a backup session if you feel that, if you really feel that there is a backup session is required. I'll guide you through that actually, guys. Okay. So thanks for all of you guys, and good night, guys, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Right, bye. Yeah. Hi. Good evening, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me.
So good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Right, guys. So, guys, let's continue from the last session, guys. Just give me a second. Yeah. So, guys, in the last session, we have been started with something about the list. What is actually a list? We have been got discussed. List is going to be nothing but it's going to be what we are going to call it as an a mutable object. What we are going to call it as actually, guys. Okay. So list is going to be a kind of an mutable object. Just give me a second, guys. Just a minute once. Guys, anyone has been joined for the today's class? Today is your first class. Is anyone is there, guys? I think I can see some names. Yes, Syed. I think today I've joined the first class, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Have you attended any workshops of mine?
Not yet. This is
Not yet.
first one.
First person. Okay, okay. Any others, guys? Chirag Shah, I think I can see some name, Venkat. So that I can just tell you guys like what has been happened. I can just tell you about that.
Hi Vamsi, this
Yes,
is
sir.
Venkat. I have been attending your classes from the beginning.
Beginning. Okay, okay, fine. Okay. Oh, Venkat means we have
Venkat from Optum.
Venkat from okay.
From US.
Okay, from US. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Okay. Fine, guys. Okay. So, guys, if anybody has been joined for the today's class, just let me explain, guys. We have just started a couple of weeks before. Just a part of introduction was happened, and it's an only introduction part only. As I already told you that I'm going to take a backup session for the people who has been joined lately, because more number of people has been got joined lately. So I'll take a backup session. And apart from that, I started with the basics of Python only, guys. So if you really already have an idea about Python, you can understand it, but no worries. Just we can understand the things, guys, because Python is a very easy and simple language to learn. Don't worry about the whatever the classes you have been got missed. So either you will be getting a recorded videos or I'll take up a backup session depending on your requirement, guys. Okay, fine. So guys, we have been started with something called as a list, which is going to be what we discussed about is list is nothing but a mutable object actually, guys. What is this term called as a mutable? Mutable is nothing but what we are going to call it as an which can be modified, which we can modify actually, guys. So today we created a list. We can add up some elements. What is first of all list actually, guys? A mutable object, which is going to be contains a collection of some kind of an, it is going to be some kind of an heterogeneous values actually, guys. It is going to be heterogeneous data or heterogeneous elements, what we can say about that. So how to create a list also we have been got discussed. So repeating almost all from 3-4 days, we are repeating all the basics. So list is created just by enclosing the values within the square brackets actually, guys, and which can be modified. We can add the elements, we can remove the elements, whatever you want, we can do it actually. And we are currently discussing about what are the methods associated with the list actually, guys. Method is nothing but it's a kind of a function which is associated only with that particular object. It's a concept of object-oriented programming, guys. So the methods are going to be, I told you some methods, like some of the methods which are used to remove the elements actually, guys. Once again, quickly, clear. Yesterday we have already discussed about that remove, and it is going to be pop actually, guys. So clear will remove all the elements. Remove will remove only the required value, and that too only the first occurrence only. Pop is basically based on the index actually. If you want to add the elements actually, guys, yesterday we discussed about three methods we have been got discussed. One is going to be, we have been seen about the append method. And apart from that, we have been seen about the insert, and we have been seen about an extend method actually, guys. Append and insert is almost all the similar with a slight difference actually, guys. The difference is append will add the elements only at the last. Insert is going to be at the required index. Before the index, we can add up them actually. I told you the difference between extend and the append method. Slightly difference actually, guys. Extend is basically used to append individual elements, whereas the append is going to be appends, which is going to be all the elements at a time actually. Slowly we'll study. We already studied about those particular applications. For example, if I say x is equals to 10, 20, 30, 40, for example, I told you the difference actually, guys. When I said x dot append of, which is going to be, if I said 50, 60, we cannot append 50, 60 individually, guys. If I append the 50, 60, then the result is going to be something like this, guys. 10, 20, 30, 40. It won't append 50 and 60 as an individual values actually. This is how it is going to be gets appended actually. A list inside a list will be appended. Same example if I said extend method actually, guys. If a same example, if I extend method by using 50, 60, then there are going to be individually, they will be appended actually, guys. Individually means the result is going to be 10, 20, 30, which is 40, 50 and 60 actually, guys. Because right now you don't know what is meaning of an iterable concept actually. Actually, this extend is going to take an input as an iterable object. Right now, we don't know what is an iterable object. For the timing, skip some points actually. Slowly we'll add up the things actually. So clear, remove, pop is already discussed. Append and extend and the append, extend and which is insert we have been discussed. And already we discussed about a method, what we are going to call it as an account method. Count is basically used to count how many times a particular value appeared in the list actually. So how many times a value is existing in a list. If you want to count in, simply the list dot, which is going to be a count, and give the value, whatever the value you want to count. How many times this value occurred in the list, it is going to tell you 3 times, 4 times, 0 times. If it is not there, we are going to get a 0 value actually, guys. Okay. So quickly, guys, just quickly 2 minutes, I'll just complete off that. So this is going to be the ideal I'm opening here, where I'm going to write all the Python script and the Python code, what I'm going to be writing it actually, guys. So who has been, guys, once again, who has been joined lately? So don't worry. I will take a backup session to cover all the previous topics, what we have been already, you have been lost. Okay, have a look at this one technique, guys. Otherwise, we'll be sharing the backup sessions. The videos will be there. Nowadays, everybody is doing the same thing, guys. They were sharing the video files, the recording video, so that you can just go through the videos and we can cover the previous topics. No worries. I'm going to take a backup session for that. Okay, have a look at this one, guys. X is equivalent to nothing but it is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40. So this is going to be the elements what I have been added actually. X dot append of, if I said 50, 60, it is not going to be appending the 50 and 60 individually actually, guys. You can see 50 and 60 has been appended like this actually. Now I said X dot append of, which is going to, sorry, if I said extend of, if I said extend of, which is going to be the same technique like 50, 60, they are not appended as a single elements actually, guys. They are not appended as a single element. 50 separately, 60 separately, it has been appended. So if you append like that, it is going to be what we call it as an append. If you append like that, this is what we are going to call it as extend. What about the insert also actually, guys? Insert is also going to be appends at the given single element only. But we have to specify where you want to append it actually, guys. For example, if I say 2 comma, it is going to be 50 comma 60, then automatically 50 comma 60 will be appended as a single element. Before the second index, it is going to be appended actually, guys. That is what is going to be happening. Yes, Manohar. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Vamshi, in this extend method, it should follow a particular format, like 50 comma 60, or it can be any like 50 plus 60 or something, like how it is going to treat in that case.
50 plus
50 plus 60.
It's an addition. It will become an addition operation, no?
No, it should be always separated with comma, something.
It's a separate with the commas only.
Okay.
It is separated with the commas only. For example, if I said this is the value, for example, if I said x dot extend of, for example, if I said, as you're saying that it is going to be 50, okay,
Space.
50 space.
Space
No,
60.
no, it won't be taken actually, because it's going to be something like an,
Okay.
can you see, perhaps you forgot a comma actually, because it won't accept that actually. Okay, if I do 50 plus 60, it will work actually, but it is going to be works as an addition operator. It is going to becomes actually, it appended the result of 50 plus 60 as a 110 is the result. It appended actually, right?
Okay.
Okay, fine, right, guys. So this is going to be the one of the thing what we can do it actually, guys. Now, up to now, whatever the methods we have been seeing, guys, like insert, append, extend, clear, remove, pop, all these are very, very simple methods actually, guys. Anybody can just learn it actually. Now, it's not a complicated function, but compare with the previous function, the next function which I'm going to discuss is a little bit complicated work actually, guys. Little bit complicated. That is going to be nothing but, let me do one thing, guys. I have some x is going to be there, which is having some elements like 10, 20, 30, 40, just an example, 40, 50, 60, let us say 70, 80, 90 actually, yes, 80, 90, 100, for example, total I take 100 elements, sorry, 10 elements. Now what I said actually, guys, x dot index, the method name is going to be, guys, it is an index method actually, guys. What is this index method will do actually, guys? Index method is going to tell you the difference between count and index is, count will tell you how many times that particular value has been occurred. The number of times the value is occurred. Index is going to tell you where that particular value has been found, at which index I have been found actually. Like for example, if I said which is going to be, I said for example, guys, 50. You know the index now, guys, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So obviously it is going to tell you, it is not telling you where is the 50, how many times 50 is available. It is going to tell you like which index I have found at the 50 actually. Obviously we'll expect the answer as, which is going to be nothing but it's a 4. But sir, as you said that, it is a little bit complicated. What is the complexity of this actually, guys? That is, you can specify in between which two indexes I want to search actually, guys. By default, if I don't specify, it will try to search directly starting the searching from 0 and goes up to the last actually. One more thing is, it will only tell you about the first occurrence only. Even 50 is there for one more time. It does not gives you all the occurrences of 50. Only the index of the first occurrence of the given value only it will find it off. But what is the extra thing we are having here is, where to start your searching also we can specify, guys. For example, if I said 0, 4, for example, guys, or 0, 3, for example, then what it is going to do is, guys, you know what is 0, 3, guys? 0 means starting, 3 means which is going to be stopping. And throughout the Python, we discussed actually, guys, this is going to be not included. This is excluded, guys. That means it is going to check only the indexes between 0, 1, and 2, sorry, 0, 1, and 2 only it will search. It won't search for the third index actually, guys. That means in between these three indexes only, it will search out where is the 50 is going to be there. Being the 50 was not there, it is going to throw an error actually, guys. If it is not there, it is going to throw the error actually. So by default, if I don't specify anything, it will start with the first index and goes up to the last index. Wherever the given value is there, it will tell you the index. But there is an extra option is there, where to start your searching. For example, if I say, actually the 50 is there at the 4th index actually, guys. For example, if I say, I want to start searching from 5th index actually. So it will start searching from the 5th index. It will find out. Do you find the 50 in the next elements? No, you will get an error actually. If it is there, it is going to give you the value actually, guys. Okay. So it's a little bit a complicated way because it is going to be taking totally 3 parameters actually, guys. It's taking 3 parameters. It is taking it actually, guys. Up to now, we have been seen. Clear does not takes any parameters, guys. No arguments, it will take it. Remove and pop is going to take 1 argument actually, guys. Remove will take 1 argument. Pop also will take only 1 argument only. Next one. Append is also going to take 1 argument only. And insert is going to take 2 arguments actually, guys. Index and the object. And even the extend is also going to be tells you takes only 1 argument only. It will take it, which is an iterable objective. But whenever we talk about a count also returns takes only one input only, which is nothing but a value it is taking. But see the index actually, guys. Index will take 3 arguments, guys. Value, whatever the value you want to return, whatever the value you want to search. Return the first index of the given value. Wherever it finds the index, it is going to tell you actually, guys. Starting is going to be 0. See the stopping actually, guys. A very, 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 very large number actually, guys. A very large number. If I don't specify, it will start with 0 and goes up to the last element. Almost all a very huge number it is taking it actually, guys. Now let us talk about x dot index of I want to search for 40 actually, guys. Where is the 40 is there in between 0 to the last element? It will start with 0 and goes up to the last element. Index is going to be nothing but it's a 4th element. We know that index is 3 actually, guys. Your index is going to be 3 actually. But if I said x dot index of 40, I said that I want to search only between 0 and let us say that only the 3rd index only. 3rd is not included actually, guys. When I said 0, 3, it only search for 0, 1 and 2 only. In these particular 3 elements, is the 40 is there. We are asking, please find out the index of 40 in between 0 to 3. I didn't find any such kind of a 40 there. You are going to get an error actually. 40 is there in the list. 40 is there in the list, but it is not existing in between the 0 to 3. 3 is not included. We know this actually, guys. Real if 3 is included, we have to get the 3 as the result because 30 is there. Sorry, 40 is there in the 3rd index actually. If you want, we can take a little bit more numbers. Let us say this actually, guys. Let us just an example. X is equivalent to nothing but 20, 34, 12, 45, 67, 25. And it is a 10 and it is a 2 and it is a 3. Let us say 40 and let us say 96 and let us say 72. Some random numbers only I'm going to be taking it actually, guys. I'm taking some kind of a random numbers only. I have been got taken actually. Let us say something like an 78 or something like a 75 or 74 I have been got taken. Just an example I'm talking about that. I know that in that the least value is 2, guys. Let us say that the least marks, let us say these are the marks of the students, guys. Sorry. These are the marks of the students. Now I know that least value is going to be 2 and the highest value is going to be 96 actually, guys. Highest value is 96, isn't it? Now I want to know which index has got the least value 2 and which index has got the highest value, which is going to be 96 actually, guys. A simple process, x dot, which is going to be the index of 2. It is going to tells you, so at which index it is going to be there. 7th index means it is the 8th element actually, guys. 7th index is nothing but it's an 8th element in the list actually. And where is the highest value of, which is going to be 96 actually, guys. So it is going to tell you that it is going to be at the 10th index actually. It is going to be in the 10th index actually. For example, if I said x dot index of 2, but I don't want to go for all the elements. I want to check for from the 8th element, do you have any 2 is there? I'm asking the starting index at 8 actually, guys. Start from the 8, go up to the remaining elements and tell me, do you find that particular 2? No, I didn't find that particular 2 in the list. I said x dot append of 2 actually, guys. You can append the elements now, guys. Now there is 2 is there for second time actually, guys. Now you ask x dot index of 8, 2, 8. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, guys. It will start from here and it tries to find out where is the 2 is there, guys. So 2 was found in the last index actually. So I don't know how many elements are there, but if you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, guys. So it is going to be there at the 17th element, which is going to be the index is going to be nothing but 16 is the index actually. Index is going to be same as it is, guys. I'm not saying that start from the 8th index, count it like 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm not counting it actually, guys. Counting is from 0 only, but I'm starting searching from the 8th index actually. Start from the 8th index. Do you find any occurrence of 2? Yes, I find that the occurrence of 2 here, which is going to be nothing but the 16th index actually, guys. For example, if I do the same thing by writing x dot index of 2 comma, which is going to be, I said 8 comma 15 actually, guys. 8 comma 15 means we know that in between 8 and 15th index only it will find it off actually, guys. I know that this is 8. 15 means 15 is not included, guys. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Only in these particular 6 or 7 elements only, it is going to check for the 2 actually. But 2 was not there. Then obviously we are going to be getting an error actually, guys. So x dot index will work with a single argument. It can work with a single argument, guys, as well as even it can work with 2 arguments. I think you may be having a little bit idea about this, guys. No worries. In Python, we are having a discussion of functions concept. When I discuss about the functions concept, then I'm going to discuss completely about this arguments concept once again. It works with 2 arguments as well as it can even works with which is going to be 3 arguments also. It is going to works actually, guys. We can also write the third argument like 16. No, so I'll write it as a 17 actually, guys. Execute, it is going to work. But beyond that, if you give, you will get an error actually, guys. Hope you all of you have an idea about that. While you are calling the functions, how many arguments we have been got defined? Only that many arguments only we have to use it. Anyhow, as part of our course curriculum, we are, as part of the Python discussions, we are already having a discussion about the functions concept, guys. We'll look into the functions concept more and more. We are going to look into them, guys. We'll look into the more into the functions concept. Okay. So we have a discussion.
If I want to find the value before index 8, I should use the negative indexing, or is there any other way to mention it?
You want to check?
I want to find a value before index 8, for example, between 1 to 8, let's say.
Okay, then you have to specify that actually. Okay, there is a technique is there. X dot index is there. No, it's not negative index. Okay. Actually, negative index means nothing but it will start only from the right hand side index only. See, if I say negative index, for example, if I said negative index of, for example, x dot index of 2 comma minus 4, in that case, what it will do is minus 4 means minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. It will start checking from here only.
Right.
Okay, so then the result is going to be obviously 2 is at the last only, which is going to be obviously we'll get the 16 is the result as usual.
Okay.
Okay, that does not matter about that. It is going to be, for example, if you want to search before the 8 means, then you say that it is 2 comma 0 comma 8. So before the 8 only, it is going to search for the index actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you are going to be getting 7 because it is there at the 7th index. Before the 8 only, I want to check it out actually. But if you want to make it complex later, that means in the coming applications, we'll put it in a loops. We'll write some if conditions and then you can write an applications actually.
In case if we give a range between 0 to 8.
No, it won't work like that. It's an arguments are completely these functions, these methods scope is very limited only. Whatever they define, they have to work like that only.
Okay.
If you want to do that, there is another techniques are there. That means, see, in that cases, what we are going to do is first we are going to do some kind of a slicing like this actually. Okay, this is a concept of slicing concept. We are going to do that. This is actually a list only. Then you can find it off. For example, x of 0 is to 8 within this particular range dot, I can say the index of 2 actually. Now, what is an output will come actually? X of 0 is to 8 is going to be one list. So how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 we are going to be getting. That is, we are getting 8 elements. Then obviously the index is going to be nothing but 7 will be the result. For example, if I said 8 is 2, maybe if you have already attended slicing concept. So what is meaning of 8 is 2 actually? 8 is 2 means starting from the 8th element, remaining elements will come actually. So in this case, if I said which is going to be dot index of 2, Now it is going to be with respect to 2. That means this index will be taken as 0 now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will become 8th index. It will become actually. So we have to use some combinations and we have to work with their applications actually.
Yeah, sure. My question is like, if you have a duplicate, number like 2, right? If you have 2 occurrence, so I'm going to get 2 indexes at which place is actually
No. First one index only will come.
Only first index, right?
Only first index only. That's why, see, here also we have the second index is there. 2 is there for 2 times, right?
Correct.
When I said x0 index of 2, it always starts with the 0 index and find out the first occurrence is going to be here, which is going to be at the 7th index.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now the idea here is, now you want to find the second occurrence. Then what you have to do, I know that the first occurrence of 2 is there at the 7th index actually. Then I'll start from the 8th index. I'm going to start with that. Then obviously I'll come to know about the second occurrence of these particular values.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
But these are all the basic things. So Python provides you a lot of advantages. That means these concepts, if you really want to do that, you need not to do it like this only in a complicated way. In coming applications, we have a lot of techniques and lot of implementations will come. You can use those particular things and we can do it actually. Okay, fine. Yes, right.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
So, is there any predefined function to get that maximum or minimum value from
Yes, absolutely. We have it actually. So directly we are having, we are directly having the kind of a functions actually. What is going to be the minimum of X, what we are going to be getting? What is the maximum of X is going to be there? So you really don't require this actually, but things guys, one thing I want to explain here is, these lists and all these things are the one of the basic structures of the Python actually. So how to do the manipulations on this particular list, we don't recommend them actually, because it's not guaranteed that a list will always contain always a numbers only. Sometimes it may contain some numbers, some strings, some bools and some floats. It may contain different values. So you can do that. But what I'm saying here is, instead of using this min and max functions here, in Python, we are having a very advanced levels applications are there. Advanced level mathematical applications are there. Whenever we go there, we can do that kind of an applications. Further timing, what is a list? How to handle the list by using that particular methods. That's it actually, guys. Don't try to do any manipulations with the list. Like what is clear, what is remove, what is a pop, how to append the elements, how to go for this particular extend. All these are ideas only to make you understand how to use the methods actually, guys. Actually, we are using some, I'm explaining some methods actually, guys. Out of that, I may use only 2 or 3 methods only I'm going to use. Maximum, guys. I'll use append method or extend method. Only these two I'm going to use mostly. Remaining, I don't use at all. But why we are discussing here is, this is my first object I'm explaining. So I have to explain each and every method that is associated with that. Whether there are used or not used, that we discuss it later about that. Being it's my first example of whatever the object in Python, remaining objects, they don't have it actually, guys. This is the first object I'm discussing about that. That is the reason why I'm explaining all that kind of a methods actually. But you will understand why we are learning. We'll get some clarity about that. We'll understand the concept behind that. So in coming classes, it will become very easy for us. If I discuss only 1 or 2 methods and leave it, you don't get a practice on that actually. That is the reason why I'm explaining, guys. Okay, fine, guys. So once again, guys, what is going to be this index method is going to be do? It is going to be nothing but dot index of, which is going to be nothing but whatever the value, and what is going to be the starting and what is going to be the stopping value actually, guys. So it is returning a value. Observe carefully, guys. I'm specifically pointing out actually, guys, which methods are returning, which methods are not returning. Pop method will return a value back to you, guys. When you run a pop method, some output will come. But when you use the remove method, no output will come. When you execute a clear method, no output will come. Even append, insert, extend also, they don't give any outputs. Count will give you an output actually, guys. Count is giving an output. Index is also going to be giving an output. So out of the 7 or 8 methods or 9 methods I discussed, only 3 methods are returning, guys. One is a pop is returning. I'll conclude, guys, totally. Pop is returning. count is returning and index is returning actually, guys. So what it is going to returns the which is going to be the index of the value. It is going to be the index of the value between which is going to be the starting and the stopping actually, guys. So I need not to explain every time. Throughout the Python, remember one thing, guys. Wherever I'm using start and stop, start is always, it is included, it is inclusive, and whereas the stop is going to be always, it is an exclusive. So whenever I said which is going to be 2, 8, meaning that is start from 2 and stop before the 8. Throughout the Python, the concept is the same. It does not change us from one application to another application. Throughout the Python, it is going to remain the same only, guys. So given value, whatever the given value index is there, it will try to find out. But that too, the first occurrence only, guys. For example, same value is available for multiple times. It won't return the indexes of all the values. Count is not like that. For example, count is there. If the given value was not found, it is going to return 0. If the given value was not found, it throws an error actually. It throws an error actually, guys. The value was not found. I'm going to raise as an error actually, guys. Okay. So this is going to be the next method what I can talk about. A little bit complicated compared with the other methods actually, guys. Now there are 2 methods are there which are going to be a very, very simple methods actually, guys. One is going to be nothing but a method what we are going to call it as an reverse. It's a very simple method actually, guys. The name itself is saying that what is reverse will do. All the elements inside the list will be just simply reversed actually, guys. It will be very simply reversed. No, it's not sorting order actually, guys. It's not any sorting order, left it ascending to descending or descending order, ascending order. It won't do it actually, guys. For example, I have a list is there. Some X is having a list like something like 2, 6, 18, 24, for example, 12. Okay, something like 6 and something like a 4, we have the elements, guys. Now, if I said what is going to be X dot reverse, simply if I said X dot reverse, you know what it is going to do actually, guys. Internally, it won't take any arguments, guys. No inputs, it will take it. Internally, all the data is going to be reversed actually, guys. 4, 6, 12, 24, 18, and 6 and 2 actually, guys. But reverse also does not return anything, guys. Internally, the elements will be sorted. So not sorted, it will be reversed. But the outcome, if you want to see whether the elements are reversed or not, we have to print that particular value of X. Reverse does not return anything. Internally, it happens like this actually, guys. But if you want to see whether it is reversed or not, you have to print the value of X actually, guys. It's a little bit confusion to most of you guys. I'm saying that they don't return, they will return because it is internally getting affected actually, guys. It's internally getting affected. Output, we don't see anything. That means when I write the X dot reverse, don't expect that directly we'll get the output like this, guys. Internally, this happens. Nothing output will come. Whether it is really reversed or didn't reverse, nobody knows about that. If you want to see whether the reverse was done or not done, then we have to print the value of X actually, guys. Anyhow, the guys who has been already attended the previous classes, we already see about the slicing concept actually, guys. Sir, if I want to reverse these elements, I can do something like X of is to minus 1 actually, guys. Don't worry, guys, who has been joined recently. So previous classes, we know that. So who has been joined earlier? You know what is the meaning of X of is to minus 1 actually, guys? What is meaning of X of is to minus 1? The elements, it is going to read from the reverse order by taking a step of minus 1. What is the difference between this one and this one is, guys? Whenever I said X of is to minus 1, the elements are going to be read in the reverse order and the output is going to be displayed on the screen. Your output is going to be displayed on the screen actually, guys. But your actual X is not getting affected. If you print the X value, it is as usually print this value only, guys, but not this value actually. So this is only, we are just reading the data in the reverse order, but your actual X is not getting affected. But X dot reverse is what it is doing. It is not just only returning the output. It's not just only reversing the elements, guys. Whatever the order, whatever the element that has been reversed, that will be again assigned back to the X. That means the effect is on the X variable, guys, but not just like a slicing concept actually. Slicing means nothing but it only just displays the output on the screen, but your actual array or the actual list is not going to be gets affected actually, guys. Okay. So just if you want to see the elements, I can just show you guys. X is equivalent to nothing but 4, 10, let us say 12, 8, for example, 15 and some 24 and something like 20, guys. Just an example, not too many elements, guys. I can slice it like this actually, guys. Hope you remembered, guys. What do you mean to say X of is to minus 1 means? Just it is going to read the elements in the reverse order actually, guys. You can see 20, 24, 15, 8, 12, 4, 10, and it is going to be 4. But what is this doing actually, guys? It is only reading the elements in the reverse order and it is displaying on the screen. But your actual X is not affected. Your actual X will be as usually the same old elements only, guys, whatever I have given. It has just reading the data in the reverse order. But your actual X is not getting affected. X will be remaining as same data only, guys. Hope you understood the trick actually, guys. Okay. Or in another way, if I want to explain this, I can explain in another way actually, guys. In a programming language, we have I equals to 10. When I said print the value of I plus 10, you know what will be the result actually, guys. I is 10. 10 plus 10 is going to be 20 only. But your actual I is not affected, guys. Again, if you say print the value of I, you know that it will be printing the result as 10 only. So this addition of 10 was done only for printing purpose, but your actual I was not affected actually. Sir, I want to affect that particular I want to preserve that addition. Then you know what you have to do it actually, guys. I is equivalent to 10. You say I equals to I plus 10 and then print the value of I. Then we know that the 20 will be printed actually. So the addition we are preserving back to the I actually, guys. So this is nothing but just like this concept only, guys. Because we are just reading the elements in the reverse order and just displaying on the screen. Your actual X will not be affected. X dot reverse is nothing but what you are trying to do, guys. Whatever the result we have got, you are again assigning this result back to the X itself actually, guys. So that is the meaning of this particular method called as the reverse. So once if you do the reverse actually, guys, it will be directly affected on the list actually. X dot reverse. See the difference actually, guys. X dot which is going to be reverse. It won't take any arguments, guys. And you can see very clearly reverse in place. What is meaning of in place means in the place of the previous value of X, the new value will come actually, guys. It will reverse the elements and that value will be replaced as the previous value of the X in the place of the particular X actually, guys. But outcome, we don't get it any output actually, guys. We don't get any output at all. No output will come, guys. Clearly we can see there is nothing output is coming actually, guys. Now, if you want to see whether really X is reversed or not, you can just write which is going to be X actually, guys. Can you see, guys? X has been completely modified. Just the elements has been reversed. So a lot of difference is there between X of is to minus 1. It is going to be just reversing the elements and displaying on the screen. But the actual X is not getting affected. But if I said something called as an X dot reverse, now you can see that the complete elements has been got reversed actually, guys. So that is the difference between slightly confusions will be there, guys. In the beginning, there is a little bit confusion, but over the time period, everything will be gets rectified actually, guys. This is what we are going to call it as. Yes, we can write it, but in Python, there is a small issue is there actually, guys. It's a small issue actually. I think Roy, hope you already discussed about that. Like I think I remember that you are joining from the beginning. You already joined in the earlier classes also. So X is equivalent to 10. So here you know that this X is called as an variable or an object. What do you call this X actually? Will you call it as an object or will you call it as an variable or an object? What do you call it as?
Variable.
No. In Python, everything is going to be treated as an object only. Okay. So what will happen here is that is actually I'm going a little bit out of the box. Don't worry, because even if you guys don't understand it also, no worries. So guys, what will happen here is in a normal programming language, When I said like this, integer x equals to 10, you know what will happen actually, guys? Some memory will be allocated. The name of the variable is going to be x. The memory is going to be referenced by x. Value will be 10. Tell me, guys, when you say x equals to 10, what will happen? Can you tell me, guys? Will it remove the existing x and creates a new x, or only the value will be changed? Generally in a normal programming language. Anyone, guys? If I said x equals to 20, what is going to happen now? Will it create a new variable, or only the value will be changes?
Only the value will be changed.
Only value will be
the
changes.
old object got
Obviously,
deleted.
it will be there only. That means we know that the declaration is done only for one time. So memory allocation is done only for one time only. Your existing x will not be removed. Your existing x will be there as it is. Only the value will be changes to 20. But coming to the Python, x is equivalent to 10. Here x is an object actually, guys. X is an object actually, guys. So it is going to be referencing to some memory which is containing 10. When I said x is equivalent to 20 in an object-oriented programming, what it will do, guys? It will destroy this one and again creates a new one actually. What the point, guys? Just I'm telling about an idea. Just for an idea purpose, I'm telling about that. So as you're asking that, when I said x is equivalent to, why don't you write like this actually? X is to minus 1. Absolutely, we can write it actually, guys. But what is happening here is, it is going to create a new object is getting created. So Python is having one of the main issue actually. If you try to assign like that, it is going to create a new object. Even in Python actually, guys, if I said x equals to 10, x equals to 20, both are two different objects actually. This will be destroyed and new object will come actually. You may get a doubt, sir, how can you say that actually? How can you say that? Don't worry, I'll discuss this. Actually, we have this discussion in our class. For the timing, I'm just telling you guys, x equals to 10. Every object will have an ID, guys. Every object will be having one ID. When every object you create in Python, one ID will be given actually, guys. Can you see, guys? ID of x is going to be ending with 5504. Now I said x is equivalent to 20, guys. Now see what is going to happen actually. ID of x is going to be, this is going to be the ID actually. So what has been happened, guys? It is completely the object was destroyed and new object has been got created, guys. You can delete the object, guys. I can delete the object. There is an option to delete an object actually, guys. Same technique I'll show you, guys. X is equivalent to, I said 10, 20, 30, 40, for example. Now, as you are saying that, okay, I'll say ID of x. Now I said x is equivalent to x of is to minus 1. No doubt, elements are reversed. But the main problem here is internally, your object is changed. Internally, your complete object was changed actually, guys. Earlier, the object is ending with 7696. Now the object is going to be ending with 2400. But if I said x dot reverse actually, guys, what will happen internally here is object won't change us, guys. The internally the elements will change us actually. Now see the x elements are reversed. ID of x is going to be remains the same object as it is going to be reference. Don't worry, guys. Hope you got an idea about that, like why I am not assigning to a particular variable. Got it, Roy? So why I'm not assigning the object like this, because is internally the Python is having some memory problem actually. So it will create that object, destroys the object and again creating a new object. It will take more load. Why should I take that load actually? That's why we better to use the reverse method. Throughout the Python, that the same technique I'll use it actually, guys. Same techniques I'll use. If you ask for any changes, I'll make the changes, but I don't preserve by assigning back to the variable. We'll be having some technique. I used a word now, guys, in place. This word will be very, very frequently used in Python actually, guys. Sorry. X dot, when you're using reverse, you can see one term called as an in place is there. This in place technique we are going to use very, very frequently in the Python actually. What is this option of in place will do is actually, guys, whatever the option you have been asked for or whatever the manipulation we have been asked for, that will be reflected and that will be affected on your actual object. It won't create any new object. The internally, the elements are going to be gets reversed actually, guys. That is what the reverse will do actually, guys. It's not any sorted order actually, because the data was already in ascending order. So what we can find here is, it is going to be something like, it looks like ascending and descending order. It is going to be looks like actually, guys. But whenever the data is in a random order, you can see that it is going to be just a reverse actually, guys. Internally, the elements are, internally the elements are going to be gets reversed actually, guys. Internally, the elements are going to be gets reversed. You can see 45, 25, 50, 20, 8, 10, 3, 6, 2. But I want to put it in a sorting order actually, guys. Then what we have to do? So reverse is only just reversing the elements. It is not returning any output, guys. It won't return any output back to you. Same as it is, we are having a method called as an sort method is there actually, guys. I covered all the methods actually, guys. All the methods I have been covered except copy. You can see it actually, guys. Copy also I can explain you, but you can't understand now itself. Append, clear, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, and the last one is going to be sort actually, guys. Sort is going to take one simple option actually, guys. Sorting, you know,